Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, October 18th, 2021, and I am Sierra Wells. We are back with another broadcast where we will keep you up to date on activities in Stephenville and the surrounding areas, as well as inform you of news from around the globe. Today, I will be talking about homecoming, Dublin power outage, kidnapped missionaries, and more, all coming up next on Texan TV. In campus news, this week is Tarleton State University's first official homecoming week since the start of the coronavirus pandemic that halted the tradition last year. Homecoming week was kicked off last night by Dr. Hurley at the official lighting of Tarleton's smokestack, followed by the announcement of this year's HOCO court. Today, the traditions continue with the Silver Bugle Hunt, which starts at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Students can enjoy the launching of their ducks at 5:30 p.m., followed by Purple Pancakes starting at 10 p.m. This year's yell competition will begin on Wednesday at 9 p.m. in the Wisdom Gym, followed by the beating of the drum immediately after. For more information about other events taking place this week on campus, please check www.tarleton.edu/homecoming. In local news, on Wednesday, October 30th, a large portion of Dublin was left without power for about 6 hours. This was due to a Dublin police vehicle being totaled on the side of the road. The officer allegedly responded to an assault call, where the person then totaled his cruiser. The vehicle cut the power lines to the main town square in Dublin. Power was returned after a couple hours, and the man responsible was caught and charged. And now, today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. A statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee that was removed from a park in the city of Dallas has recently been sold in an online auction and is now being displayed at a golf resort in West Texas. This bronze statue, which was removed back in 2017, is now being displayed in the Lajitas Golf Resort in Terlingau, Texas. This resort is privately owned by Dallas billionaire Kelsey Warren and managed by Scott Beasley, the president of Dallas-based WSB Resorts and Clubs, who received the statue as a donation back in 2019. In national news, after checking into the University of California Irvine Medical Center for an infection last Tuesday, former President Bill Clinton was finally able to go home on Sunday. It was confirmed that his illness was not a result of the coronavirus, but was instead a urological infection that reached his bloodstream. Clinton has had a series of health complications since his presidency, including in 2005 when he suffered from a partly collapsed lung. Clinton will finish recovering by taking his prescribed antibiotics at his home in New York, since his white blood cell count and fever are now under control. In international news, 17 missionaries from a U.S. organization were kidnapped in Haiti while visiting an orphanage. The group kidnapped includes 7 women, 5 men, and 5 children. All but one missionary are U.S. citizens. The authorities suspect a Haitian gang is responsible for the missing missionaries. The gang was suspected of kidnapping 5 priests and 2 nuns earlier this year. Haiti is experiencing a spike in kidnappings, with dozens of people abducted, and ransom prices have had a wide range. 328 kidnappings have been reported to the Haitian police so far this year. The United States is staying in touch with Haitian officials to help with the missing missionaries. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. U.S. and Haitian authorities are working together to secure the release of 12 adults and 5 children. The 17, who were with a U.S.-based missionary organization, were abducted in Haiti by a gang that's notorious for kidnappings, killings, and extortion. Jury selection is set to begin on Monday in Brunswick, Georgia, in the trial of 3 white men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. Prosecutors say 2 of the men pursued Arbery, who was black, when they saw him jogging through their neighborhood. Vice President Kamala Harris goes to Lake Mead, Nevada on Monday to highlight problems linked to the western drought. She's promoting the Biden administration's infrastructure and climate proposals that are stalled in Congress. Former President Bill Clinton has returned home to New York State. Clinton spent 6 days hospitalized in Southern California with an infection. Rita Foley, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports, Tarleton State Athletics program stayed busy this week with events from volleyball, cross country, and football. Volleyball defeated both Prairie View A&M and Abilene Christian University to get a home sweep for the week. The team defeated Prairie View in straight sets and Abilene 3-1. The cross country team raced at the Arturo Barrios Invitational. The men's team finished 21st out of 37 teams. The women's team would go to finish 30th as a team. The football team defeated WAC opponent Dixie State on the road 41-20 Saturday night. The win pulled the team to an even point 500 to both their overall record 3-3 and their WAC record 1-1. And now for the weather, we turn to Maddie Reed.
Hey Texans, today it is sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 56. It will be sunny throughout the rest of the week as well, with the highs in the low 80s and the lows in the 50s and 60s, which will be perfect homecoming weather. Have a great week, and go Texans. Back to the desk.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by the Texan TV staff. Be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions about today's stories in the comments below. Have a wonderful day, Texans.